Class 3 here for the second last at Sha Tin, race number 7. It's over the 1650. We have 11 horses heading to the starts, with Bear Slam with the number 1 saddlecloth dropping in class, coming up in trip as well. The Hulk second up. He comes up in trip as he switches surface from the 12 to the 1650. Chang Prince, last start winner, moves from barrier 13 to barrier number 5. Star Performance gets back onto the all-weather. He won first up this campaign. True Legend, one at the back end of last season. Good return behind Chang Prince. Gets a £7 turnaround with his rival today. Game Player Times, he won first up this season as well. That was Class 4. This is Class 3. Gold Comet, and then Smart Patch, who's won a couple of times so far, both of them on the turf over the 16 and 1650 at Happy Valley, Mark.
He's had some company last time, Andrew. Sky Supreme from True Legend and Chang Prince. Not the case. He might get a good run in front here, Sky Supreme, and that is how he does race best when left alone. Does go to that wider draw though. True Legend's going to follow him. Game Player Times, a better draw than his first go since winning up in Class 3. That's 7th in Class 3, the win in Class 4. Star Performance, Gold Comet, Smart Patch 3 wide, back to Bear Slam, Elite Patch and the Hulk.
All right, well, Chang Prince went last time. There's a lot of horses coming out from that field to re-oppose here. One of them is True Legend, and he'll be ridden by Matthew Poon.
Matthew, you ride True Legend again this week. He kept on well after doing some work last time.
I think so. I think he quite honest on the dirt. So last time on the red dirt, I'm not sure the inside is it good or not. So he still went very well.
His last 2 starts have been on the wet dirt. Any reason why he can't compete as well on a dry track?
I don't think he cannot handle the dry dirt. So I'm still confident on him. I think he will show some nice performance.
A lot of the same horses in this race than last time. Might you go for similar tactics again?
I don't think we will change. Yeah, like he love to keep rolling. So his back horses. I don't think we will change much. Yeah.
Back to Sunday. Congratulations. Super Fortune was a great first start win.
Yes, thanks. I gotta thank Tony. Give me a really nice first starter. So I also pretty happy for the owner as well. With
the wraps on the horse and the reputation that he had prior to the start, did you feel nervous going into the race?
I didn't feel nervous until when I jumped on him. But since he bring me out of the turf, and then we all feel more released, and then we quite confident he can jump well, and even he's still young, but I think he did a really good job.
He looked to do it very easily, and he looked like he settled very well during the race too.
Yes, as I said, he learned quick, and he showed some professional performance during the race and at the gate.
He's got to be one of the main chances, I think. True Legend is probably worth having a look at that race again. Just getting your thoughts here, Paul, as far as Chang Prince is concerned. Does he win again? These horses got to swing at the weights. True Legend, for example, £7 better off.
I've got True Legend ahead of him, but Chang Prince, I've got him in. Like, he's sort of one that got away. He's an American-bred horse. He'd been going really well, and he's a horse that had worked well on the surface. He drew wide, and that's what put most of the punters off. He was 50 to 1 here, but he didn't win like a 50 to 1 chance. He had a really tough trip and ran away at the end. Well, there's a Griffin. He put 2 together as well, so he can do it. So look, I've included him. I put him as a Quinella horse, in fact.
So did I. Went to True Legend to beat Chang Prince. It was a wet track, so as long as they bounce back okay. And Chang Prince did have a real gut buster of a run, but gee, it was impressive.
He was. I quite like this trial, Mark, up at Chung Fa. This is the Hulk. The other horse in the very similar colours is the Rock, who runs earlier on the night, but not much wrong with this, was there?
Not at all. Got him in as the third pick in the race, actually. Only a small field of 4. He's had a couple of trials since we last saw him, and he did disappoint first up behind Nam Jong Singh's. Comes to the all-weather for the 4th time, but he has placed course and distance, Paul, and didn't mind the trial. He certainly wasn't knocked around.
No, exactly, and he's had 3 starts on the surface before, so he isn't like he hasn't been exposed too much on it, and one of those placings was over the 1650. So yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, that sort of price as well, over 20 to 1. I think maybe worth a second look. Chang Prince gets in for you though, Paul.
He does. He gets in behind True Legend. I'm going to go with True Legend on top. Again, our horses only had limited starts on the all-weather and looked really good both times, winning and then running that third behind Chang Cheng Prince. From a lower draw, better in the weights, I think he can win. Chang Cheng Prince was impressive though, hit the line well, so he's in there for second. Bear Slam, one we've talked about, the blinkers will come off him, he's been downgraded. He did win off 78, he's now rated 80, so I think he can place, and also the Hulk, one we just talked about. So 7, 3, 1, 2.
Same top two as Paul. 7 True Legend goes on top. We heard from Matthew in the interview that down on the rail might have been slightly heavier than wider on the track, so he hasn't got any concerns coming back to what will probably be a good rated surface on Wednesday night. Chang Cheng Prince was super in winning. He only carries £2 more for the victory as well. The Hulk on the trial, and Game Player Times has a much better draw this week on the 7th behind Chang Cheng Prince, where he drew 11 out of barrier number 3 this week. 7, 3, 2 and 9.
I think True Legend and Chang Cheng Prince will go well again, but I like Bear Slam and the Hulk at decent price. I think the Hulk each way would be my shout there. Race number 7, Class 3, over the 1650.